Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I do hope that you're all doing well and that you're all having an absolutely fantastic day. And without further ado, let's jump right into it because, as always, there's a lot of really weird news to cover. Popular understatement meme coin known as Pepe coin has apparently accused their co-founders of operating in bad faith and apparently stealing trillions of tokens from their multi-signature wallet. According to one of the project's founders, 3 of the co-founders were responsible for the recent suspicious transactions from the multi-sig wallet, which resulted in the outflow of around $15 million worth of tokens. Apparently, there were 4 people who created this coin. Allegedly, 3 of them went rogue. 3 of them allegedly then came back and went unrogue. And then they went re-rogue again, allegedly, and stole trillions of tokens from the project. According to a lengthy tweet on Pepe's Twitter account, the recent unexpected transactions involving trillions of tokens were the actions of 3 of the project's 4 founders. Of the founders, who claim to be the last one who claims to be the last remaining one, told the people in the Pepe community that the multi-signature was initially set up, and here's the terrible part. Multi-signature means you need multiple signatures to be able to open it. This was one of the founding ideas of the cryptocurrency space. Out of 4 people, you allegedly needed 3 of the people to open up the account. And guess what happened? 3 of them came together and opened the account. However, initial strife in the project led to constant conflicts, which hindered its progress when it came to making donations or purchases with the multi-sig tokens due to the unavailability of the signers. They simply weren't there. 3 of the 4 people involved in the creation of Pepe coin reportedly left the project a week after it launched. So this is... I was going to actually say that I was going to put this in stupid news, but I think it requires its own section of the internet. I have tried my best. I'm not perfect. I can't do everything. I've tried over the last 7 years to really, when I bring you the news, I want you to understand what the news is telling to you. For those of you who did not have English as a first language, there's a saying, and it goes, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, well, gosh darn it, it's probably a duck. The amount of scams in the cryptocurrency space are absolutely, it's out of this world. Like, it totally makes sense from the perspective of the SEC why they would totally believe that they need to be in the cryptocurrency space. Over and over again, between new coins, new projects, new chains, DeFi, at some point, they end up in the cryptocurrency news in a very negative way. There's always something that pops up that is a clear, gigantic red flag. No one wants to pay attention to it, and then something catastrophic happens, and everyone goes, but it seems so fun. It seems so nice. It seems so cool. This is not an I told you so. This is a please, for the love of goodness, stop putting your money in these terrible projects. Because it keeps happening over and over. And I know that a large portion of everything right now on social media, in my comment section, you name it, is bots. I warned you all before. When the market is going to get ready to run up, the people in the background, they know this, and they create tons of bots to try and interact with you, to sell you things that you simply should not be buying. It's the same exact people who make those videos. Brad Garlinghouse is live and he's giving away 75 bajillion XRP. It's there to make you basically lose money. Over the last couple of weeks, the amount of DeFi projects that have been collapsing, been exploited, you name it, is far too high, and has basically been all of them at some point or another. They're all garbage. I cannot stress that enough. For those of you who've never seen the meme Pepe, I don't know. I'll say it to you this way. So remember like a couple of years ago when Tron first appeared and everyone was like that Tron was going to take over Ethereum. And I was like, you know that it was named after the movie Tron, right? Like the coin. Don't argue with me because like we all know that it was. You can say that it was something else. Don't. Like you know exactly what it was named after. It was meant to sound young. It was meant to sound cool and futuristic. And I was like, there's no point in the future where you are going to go to a store and they go, hi, your TV comes out to 1,300. How are you paying? And you're like, I'm going to pay with Tron. When I saw that Pepe was getting popular, I was at a food market with my friend. I believe it was a Sunday. Hello, friend. I know he's not watching, but hello. And he was like, have you heard about Pepe? And I was like, the meme? He's like, no, the coin is like skyrocketing in price. And I was like, you probably shouldn't be buying that. But no one listens to me. I'm not a listen to-able person because everyone ends up doing the exact opposite. Anyway, reeling it back on in. The alleged news is that apparently, allegedly, some of the original founders of this coin, 4 people, 3 of them are gone, came together, they created Captain Planet, and they basically robbed him. And they took trillions of dollars worth of Pepe coin, and now they're gone. I don't know where these people, maybe the article says it. As per the remaining founder, the 3 ex-team members returned on the 25th of August and logged into the multi-sig wallet, stole 16 trillion Pepe. Those Pepe were then subsequently transferred to Binance, OKX, and KuCoin, where they were then sold. The former team members then removed themselves from the multi-sig and gave its full power over to the last person who is remaining. I feel like I should say that I'm surprised, but I think that would just be one gigantic lie because I could have told you this was probably going to end up happening to the project. I didn't see it turning out to be like, you know, like some kind of Netflix movie. But you all knew that Pepe wasn't real, right? That this coin was going to completely flounder in some sort of way. You want to know what's even crazier? Hold on. Using my psychic ball. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing into the future. The last person who's remaining is probably going to announce that he's going to stick around with the project. Why? Because he has money in the project. This person, now I don't know who this person is, and I will probably never ever meet them, but I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. They're going to try and get Pepe back on its feet, up and running again, so that everyone once again throws money back into this ecosystem. The cryptocurrency market's going to pump in 2024 and 2025. And then at some point, something magical will happen, and it will probably be the last remaining person on this project will also go poof and probably go away with hundreds of millions of dollars. That is not in any way, shape, or form, unless you don't understand English. That was not me being mean. That was not a joke. This has happened so many times. There was never a point on this planet where this coin was going to be anything less than garbage. And the craziest part is, when this news came out, the coin's price only fell by 16%. Riddle me this. If we heard today that the top 3-4 people that we always hear about from Ripple, if Brad Garlinghouse left Ripple, do you think it would have only declined by 16% or about a good 47.9 million% that people would have been like, well, XRP is completely done? If we had heard that Vitalik Buterin or Joseph Lubin were leaving Ethereum, do you think the price would have only gone down by 16%? It's a really weird market in the meme coin space. But I learned this years ago, also from Tron. Shout out to the persons, because I think it was 2 people. Why don't I just say people? Shout out to the 2 people, I think a couple of months ago, who found the video of Justin Sun at that party telling everyone years ago, buy my SHT coin. And I was like, do you not get it? Do you not understand? Like, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. So once again, I implore you, as always, if a new coin comes out, please look into what it is before you throw your money into it. Because I recently saw a couple, and I won't name them because some of you will try and find it, and that is a gosh darn shame. There's a lot of new scammy coins popping up, and they are basically copies and recreations of coins that we already have with the letter X at the end of them. And some of them have already collapsed. They hang around for a couple of hours, maybe a couple of days. And the problem is that people throw their money into it expecting or thinking that they're at the top of the pyramid. There we go. Looking at a dot. Never realizing that in these situations, you're usually always at the bottom. So I hope that, I mean, if you are watching this channel and you had any Pepe coin, my arms are folded. I'm looking at you right now. You definitely knew better. And even more so, I'll tell you this. If you manage to stay in this project knowing what you know, that goes for Tron, that goes for Solana, that goes for a multitude of other coins. All I can do is hope to the high heavens that during the bull run, you make your money back in some sort of way if you continue to stay in these crappy projects. That's apparently the last person from Pepe Coin is accusing 3 of the 4 other people from the project of taking trillions of tokens and then cashing them out. News. And yeah. Let's move on. Also in what? Logic? That's crazy. Digital asset exchange Bitstamp said that they are going to be stopping working with American customers when it comes to Ethereum staking within the country. Yeah. In a statement to Decrypt, Bitstamp said that they would stop offering U.S. clients staking rewards from the 25th of September. Why, oh why might they be doing this? That's because regulators inside of the United States have still not given regulations. Weird, right? For some reason, reasons unknown, as this has not happened in any other country on the planet, so I can definitely say that as I go over daily cryptocurrency news, have not deemed any type of a staking service or product as a security. That is to say that the US SEC has claimed or alleges that cryptocurrency exchanges who are offering staking services to clients within the United States of America are offering some form of an unregistered security to their clients, which doesn't make any sense. That's not how any of this actually works. The first allegations were against Coinbase, I believe, where the US SEC claimed that apparently there's no way to prove if Coinbase is actually staking the coins for you. Coinbase might allegedly be taking your money, throwing it up in the air, having a party with it, and then when it's time for you to receive your staking reward, simply throwing some change back at you. That's the general idea. Do I believe it? Absolutely not. I think they'd be absolutely psychotic to even think of doing something like that, and nothing has been proven except for the corruptness of the US SEC. The reason the Luxembourg-based exchange said is down to regulation involving the services currently within the United States. They said, considering current regulatory dynamics in the US, Bitstamp made the decision to discontinue staking for customers residing within the United States. This was said by the CEO and Global Chief Commercial Officer at Bitstamp. Staking is the process of locking up cryptocurrencies to keep a blockchain network running. Proof-of-stake assets such as Ethereum pledge the coins to the network by sending it to a specific blockchain address and can receive rewards for doing so. Yeah, so apparently, very popular news, or unpopular depending on which way that you're looking at it. If you happen to have money on Bitstamp and you are within the US, that is the United States, watch out. Email them, send them a message, ask them, hey, I'm doing X, Y, and Z on the platform. Is this okay? Will this be affected? It's very important. Your money is on there. You got to know where your money is and exactly what's happening with it. Yeah, they are not the only crypto exchange who is stopping a lot of their different services for U.S. customers. Binance is stopping a lot of stuff, and they basically, at this point, Binance US is kind of just like crypto only. There's no fiat services. Kraken recently left the US, I believe. Coinbase said they were going to leave the US. They're never, ever. Them and Gemini are, I was going to say the phrase, but is probably not crypto friendly. Anyway, yeah, interesting. So if you have money on there, contact them just in case. But I think they're like the last major exchange that had services like this within the United States. So another domino has fallen. That's the Bitstamp news. And yeah, let's move on. In holy guacamole was this news popular. The state bank, there we go, of Pakistan, the country's apex bank, has spotlighted XRP in one of its annual financial stability reports. In particular, the State Bank of Pakistan mentioned XRP while acknowledging its use case in facilitating cross-border payments. The top banking institution acknowledged XRP's supportive role in the global payment settlement scheme. This is not the first time that this has happened. We've had this from a lot of different central banks over the course of the last couple of years. I think if you are really into XRP and or have just simply been watching this channel, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Dozens of central banks around the world, I believe the number's 30, are currently working with Ripple to integrate XRP into their systems and also build their central bank digital currency on top of the XRP blockchain, also using XRP in the background for transactional fees. Multiple central banks around the world have also expressed their gratitude to the company Ripple at some point in time, talked about how they were making strides. The company Ripple continues to make like the top 100 list of like the best companies around the world. You keep seeing it. I don't bring you that news that often because it's like, oh, Ripple got number 47 again. They're a great place to work. But the cream de la cream for a lot of this news has to do with like central banks talking about crypto and talking about XRP in a positive light, which a lot of people still for some reason aren't understanding. And this is I say that if the traditional financial system continues, which I think it might for a while, and they're all using XRP, well, guess what? You know, that's the notably, the prominent XRP influencer, someone named Wrath of Kahneman, is that a Digimon? Okay, brought the development to the crypto community's attention in a recent tweet. Here it is right here. They said, and I quote, this is the State Bank of Pakistan, while crypto assets offer some benefits, the realization of these benefits still requires enabling preconditions. For example, to enhance financial inclusion through crypto assets, consumers need to be financially and digitally literate, the same challenge that consumers of traditional financial products face. Furthermore, while some encouraging work is being conducted to support cross-border payments through Ripple's XRP, It still is only a minuscule level compared to the volume of cross-border payments globally. For those of you who don't know, I think Ripple's doing several, I would assume, millions at this point. It's definitely not thousands. It's doing multiple millions, if billions. Can anyone confirm that? I would assume millions. I'm going to say millions. However, the volume of cross-border payments around the world is, I think it's in the tens of quadrillions. Like, there's a massive amount of money moving. This also encompasses debt as well. Debt is also money that is moving around consistently around the world, and this also grows into the actual payments of things that are happening around the world. So cool. Yet another central bank has come forward, this time actively, always, they all actively name Ripple and XRP the same exact way that MasterCard did just a couple of days ago. And yeah, I think the only people who pay attention are the people who own any XRP or maybe are willing to expand their minds when it comes to one of the very few companies who is working with banks and central banks and has dozens of partnerships, while there continue to be many other coins like Pepe that get all the attention and no one's ever going to use them. And then you even get news that 75% of the workers left. Allegedly left and allegedly stole a whole bunch of monies. Yeah, that's the Central Bank of Pakistan talked about the Ripple and XRP, but no one's going to be paying attention. News. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's move on. Also whoa, it's so nice of them to do this. I can't believe it. Coinbase, one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges on the planet, has announced a promising initiative to improve decentralization on the Base blockchain. Base, you should know what this is by now. Base being Coinbase's blockchain that they put on top of Ethereum that they say will revolutionize the world. It's a whole long story. The company has released decentralization plans for the newly launched Base blockchain, promising not to control the crypto assets that users bring into the ecosystem. So, as has been the case for a number of years across a multitude of projects within the cryptocurrency space, at some point, everyone ends up launching their own coin. They launch their own blockchain, their own layer 2 solution, you name it. It ends up popping up, and Coinbase is the same. Of course, they want to make extra money, and they told everyone a couple of weeks ago the easiest way to do this is by actually using the Base blockchain to build your coins, to build your projects. Don't worry about anyone else. We're going to be the best of the best of the best. My question has always, or rather, I've been answered many times. A large number of projects within the cryptocurrency space tend to have a problem with actual decentralization. I'm looking at you, DeFi, because you're not as DeFi as everyone else is told. And a lot of these projects tend to, at some point or another, either have scams or crypto bank runs or something weird always ends up happening. The weirdest is if, or previously when, there were situations where the US SEC came forward and told those projects, hey, we think something might have happened on your chain. You need to give us all the information and freeze transactions and stop anything that's happening. And in a world of decentralization, you would assume those projects would have gone, I am sorry, sir. We simply cannot do this. That is not possible on our blockchain as it is decentralized. No one controls it. We have no control over it. And you have to ask the community for this. Of course, that didn't happen that way. And what ends up happening is that the projects end up freezing accounts. They end up stopping transactions, and everyone goes, oh, but I thought you were decentralized. Coinbase is in that same exact bucket right now, in that they have openly announced that they are going to try and make the chain as decentralized as possible, which lets me believe that maybe the chain isn't as decentralized as they were initially letting on. You shouldn't have to release plans to decentralize your chain if it's already decentralized, promising not to control the crypto assets that users bring into their ecosystem. Cryptocurrency platform Coinbase has unveiled a strategy aimed at achieving decentralization and impartiality for its recently launched Base blockchain. The new move is known as, they call it the Base Neutrality Principles. As detailed in a blog post, these principles are designed to be in sync, not the band, with Optimism's Law of Chains, a set of guidelines intended to harmonize different chains constructed in line with the project's vision for a super chain. Whoa! Notably, Base is developed using technology from Optimism's OP stack. So, this was and has continued to be, as I told you it was going to be, very popular news. Why? I do not know. I have assumptioned for a couple of weeks now that a lot of the news for Coinbase's Base is maybe being released by Coinbase to the public as like a, hey, look how amazing we're doing. We're here for the public. You can do anything you want here. If you've been watching the last 2 weeks of videos here, there have allegedly already been a number of scams on Base, Coinbase's layer 2 solution. And I was waiting for them to freeze something to reverse transactions. This is what happens when you have control over a chain. And I assume other people were waiting for the exact same thing, but they just recently announced that they're going to make it more decentralized. That could mean a number of things. That could mean you have 5 nodes and now you have 7. You could have 10 nodes and now you have 13 to make it, you know, more decentralized. The idea of actual decentralization has to do with community. You should, now I don't know how Base works, and I never will because I never plan on using it. The idea of decentralization would be that you at home would be able to run a Base node. This is on top of Ethereum. I assume this is a POS chain, a proof of stake chain, and therefore, you know, you don't need thousands of computers. You should be able to download a node from their system to be a validator of transactions on the platform. Also sharing in, I know this isn't it, but you should be able to share in their profits as you are validating transactions and you run a node on the system. But I assume that's not how it's run. Coinbase is, I wonder in 20 years how this company will be viewed from their actions, because everything they do seems like something I personally would not do if I had control over a multi-billion-dollar company. But then also, again, bringing it on back, I don't own a multi-billion-dollar company, so I shouldn't, you know, I should not be able to say anything. But cool. Let's see exactly how decentralized this is going to be. Wink. When WHEN, there's a problem on the chain, the SEC is alerted to it, and Coinbase is then told to actually give up those transactions, to freeze accounts that the government might find to be scary. Let's see what happens then. And I have a pretty good inkling as to what's going to take place. Yeah, I do sincerely hope that you have all enjoyed this very weird video. I do hope that you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever the heck you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and or supporting. I hope you continue to not put your money into scammy projects, DeFi, these coins that you know are not going to go anywhere, in hope that they might make you rich, when history has told you time and time again that these projects keep failing, people keep disappearing. The term rug pull in this space should not be so common that when people hear it, there are now memes about it. You should not be able to joke about your friends or you being rug pulled because you keep investing in scams. I used to think that BitConnect was going to be it. Nope. Every single day, more and more of these things are popping up. So as always, please, it is your money. You worked hard for it. Remember that? Remember those days where you're like, I don't want to go to work. And then you got the money from it? Make sure you invest your money properly. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and or supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.